Good morning, sunshines. How are you guys? Happy Tuesday. It is a beautiful day, guys. I felt freaking fantastic pretty much all day yesterday and didn't even go to sleep until after 9. So party for me, party for you guys. I'm not sure why that's so exciting. It is, it's exciting. I tried to start before 8, before all of our people come in today, but I think I started right at 8. So whoops-a-daisies, let's see what happens here. Maybe Gabe will pop in to do the video with us today again. I don't know, I'm not sure what's gonna happen. Morning, Victoria, how are you? You guys are crazy, you crack me up because yesterday, I swear, I was like so scatterbrained and all over the place trying to make Gabe shake at the same time as talk to you, like I'm a nut, right? And then I got multiple messages from you all about how this is affecting your life or things that have changed or things that you're running after or support that you've been given by my videos. And I'm so grateful for you guys. Thank you so much for sending those messages, you guys. It helps to like see situations that you're in and the questions that you have help direct my conversation. So even though I was all over, apparently you guys were okay with that. So thank you. There's one of my gratitudes today. I appreciate you. Don't forget when you jump on, I think we kind of lost the habit of writing good morning sunshine. And you guys were totally right. Yesterday, I couldn't see what you were writing until after the video, which I want to fix that because if I don't know what you're saying, how am I supposed to interact with you guys, right? What's up, Helen? What's up, Josh? What's up, Amy? Welcome, welcome to our miracle morning together. So each morning around 8 Colorado, I don't know, 8 o'clock. God, look at my brain. We get together and we talk about setting up a positive, powerful day just through how we approach life and the decisions that we make and the stress and anxiety that we choose to hear. I'm getting a lot of that from you guys, like just letting go of the stress that you're harboring for different situations and really taking on that you can't control what you can't control, so you focus on what you can. So I'm seeing a lot of changes from you guys out there. I love it. Thank you so much. If you're re-watching, write rewatch and then write your good morning sunshine, everybody, morning Jennifer, or your hashtag GMS, because that just shows the interaction. You guys, it just gets the ball rolling. Like it shows that you're willing to open yourself to participate. And then share one thing that you're grateful for. Danielle or Doug or both, good morning. So write one thing that you're thankful for today. You guys, that can just change internally how you show up and how you feel. You'll see that some of our regulars are already doing that. You can read theirs and still theirs if you want to too. If you're like, I don't even know how to do that. So number one, I am grateful for those of you that reached out to me yesterday just talking about the support and how I can support you further and what you're going through. Like I really appreciate the feedback from you guys. Thank you so much. I'm thankful that I felt fantastic all day long. No pukey, barfy, anything. Morning, Tania. How are you? Thankful for every one of you that are jumping on here. Thankful for my now 10-week baby in my belly. And I did my 10-week. It's actually 10 in a day. I don't know. Like I can't remember on Mondays. I'm not sure. So I got my little pictures for the weekly basis. So thankful for that, and thankful for the people that I've been starting to, they've been reaching out to me to help during their pregnancy and post-pregnancy to have like a healthy experience, I guess. So thankful for all of that, you guys. I could do gratitudes forever, so let's not do that. We go through our savers every week: silence, affirmation, visualization, exercise, reading, and scribe. You guys are gonna know your savers so well, right? So on Tuesdays, we talk about affirmations, but the cool thing is that it goes right into my video today. So I'm gonna start on content. I know, you guys are like, God, Callie, you're really getting to the point, like way quicker than usual. Good morning, Sarah, how are you? Thank you for joining us. I know, look at, Tania, I have an elephant shirt, and then I decide it always goes with the panda pants. Can you see them? Panda pants. I'm not sure why those go together, but I told a lady at the gas station they did, and she said, because they both go in the zoo. She's right, they do. So I'm nailing this today. Okay, I have a lot of energy this morning. I did not go for a run yet because I was out of control. Here's what we're gonna talk about. Do you guys, well, I'm gonna talk to you as a coach for a second, and then I'm gonna relate it to how that might be showing up in your life as a parent and in your self-talk and how it could be affecting you. Sound good? Morning, Paul. Morning, Lacey. So for those of you guys that don't know, I was a gymnast growing up. Good morning, Caitlin. How are you, girl? Tell Peyton I said hello. So when I was growing up, I did gymnastics all my life, and then the natural progression is that sometime you start to coach. I didn't start to coach until really until my daughter was in gymnastics. It was really hard for me to go back to the sport when I had to quit because of injuries, because I just loved it so much. I don't know if any of you guys have experienced that when you love something so much. But what I learned when I was working with little people is better ways to communicate with them, to get them to make changes, behavioral changes, to do what I wanted them to do, to make them better at their sport, right? And behavioral changes, whether it's in a sport, it's in life, it's all a study. Like there's actually, like I'm not redoing, but I'm re-upping my certification for my personal training in Group X and everything now. There's full on courses and licenses that you can get just on behavioral training, of course, right? So something like a very simple thing that I'll notice is in gymnastics, you'll tell somebody like okay, so you're supposed to have your toes pointed like this all the time, right? Point all the time. And your little girls, they like get up there and like, yeah, I'm super excited, and like do this cartwheel and their feet are like this, bam, flex foot, like right all over the place. And they're like so excited at the end of their cartwheel, they're like, yeah, did you see that? I'm like, that's awesome. And here's one thing I can say, like, let's like try not to flex your feet or don't flex your toes. So like the little one's like, okay, so don't flex my toes. But you guys, you know what happens when I say don't flex your feet or don't flex your toes? What goes through their head? Amy's like, oh yeah, I probably remember this with Alyssa, right? What goes through their head is flex, 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 flex your toes, flex your feet, flex. I'm like, they're like, well, if I don't flex my toes, what else am I supposed to do? Like this little person is like, don't flex my feet, don't flex my toes. So the next one they go and they're super excited and they go and their feet's like, bam, right flexed. Of course it's flexed. You just told them don't flex your toes. And all your brain hears, you guys, hola, good morning. See, now I just start speaking Spanish when you write chica. What your brain hears when you say don't fill in the blank here is it drops the don't and it just hears fill in the blank here. Does that make sense? So when I say don't flex your feet, the little person that's like waiting for their next move, all they heard was flex your feet. That's all they're, at least like subconscious, like that's what their brain, like even as we get older, even though we can translate don't flex your feet into if I don't flex, then what should I do? Opposite of flex is point. Okay, I'll point my feet. But still in the back of their mind, flex is like, it's sitting there. For those of you that are just joining, we're just starting with coaching, then we'll apply it to real life, right? So with this, what you could do instead, and it's funny because it was in one of my recertification courses last night that I was taking, talking about not using the word don't. And instead of doing that, what you could do is provide just the positive side, so reinforcement through positive feedback or positive suggestive changes, so that the brain hears. They go up, they do their thing, their feet are like this, bam, and all you say, that was super awesome, great job. Let's try to point our toes this time. Now they're not thinking flex isn't on their brain. They're like pointing, like, okay, point, yeah, that's right, that's where I just take my foot like this, and I point it, okay, so now, yeah, okay, I can do that, I can point my feet. And their brain can start to like translate that into actually doing what you want them to do. Okay, so a super basic example as a gymnastics coach, right? Take that into our life. Take that into how we communicate with our children. How much do we, okay, not all of you are parents, right? But how much are we telling our kids, don't do that, don't touch that, don't, right? And when we say, touch that, do that, be that, don't hit your sister, hit your sister. That's what I'm hearing. And it's not like they're gonna like react and like, oh yeah, hit my sister. But you're not giving them something to fill their brain with to actually do that is the positive opposite or a positive different action than what they're currently doing, right? For those of you that have tried quitting smoking, or you have quit smoking or quit chewing or you quit something, right? If I was like, hey, like, that's awesome what you're doing. Don't think about having a cigarette today. Like, you've been doing so good for the last couple of weeks. Just don't think about smoking a cigarette, like, and, you know, rolling down the window. Like, you're putting this picture in their mind, and now all their brain is, they ditch the don't, and they're, like, automatically just thinking cigarette, 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 cigarette. Like, how much more difficult does that make quitting something, changing a behavior, right? If you could take this into any area of your life where we talk about being positive, showing up positive, right? Like having your posture, your smile, your shoulders back, like all those good things that you're gonna do. Instead, if I was like, you know what, just don't grimace and frown and you know, like look at people like you usually look at them. Just don't do that today. Like, first of all, what's your response? It's like, what the hell? Like, so that's what I do, right? And then the second piece of that is like, well, then what am I supposed to do if I'm not doing that, right? So trying to quit sweets, that's a super good one, Nikki, right? Don't think about apple pie. Don't think about cookies. Don't think about Rice Krispie treats. Don't think about chocolate. Don't think about, like, all of a sudden, I'm sorry, that probably really screwed you up right there. So that was really mean, Nikki. So instead of saying, don't think about that, don't grab for that, it's right away training your mind to say, okay, think about, right? So like we just said our don'ts, you're either like you could do positive foods. So your veggies with your Greek yogurt ranch dip, or your protein bar that maybe gets you a little bit of sweet flavor, or your Cinnabon shake that's gonna replace that flavor. So like thinking about the positive things, or maybe it's completely not even about food when you're thinking about sweets. She says cupcakes, oh my God, I love it. So instead of thinking about cupcakes, you think about every time you say the word cupcake, you say your body as the shape of a cupcake. That's what you say. I see cupcake and I'm like, oh man, like cupcake, right? Like all I see is it pasted right in front of my body. So instead, when I think, like I'm gonna not think about cupcakes, I'm gonna think about my goal that I'm going for my health. Maybe it's yourself in those shorts that you had bought last year that you won't wear, or yourself in the tank top that you're not comfortable in, or yourself in the swimsuit laying on the beach, or a vacation, or a wedding. When I'm coaching people in nutrition and fitness, what's so great is to have something out there, like an anchor point that's in the future that they see continuously, and you see yourself being a certain way. You see yourself not smoking. You see yourself, having lost 20 pounds. You see yourself, whatever it is, right? And with that, you're not thinking, oh, I'm not smoking, I'm not smoking. You're actually seeing the opposite side of the coin. You're seeing the positivity. Okay, so last thing that I want to take this into, you guys, because you can see how if you have don't as a regular part of your languaging, it could be affecting the way people are listening to you and the way that they're reacting, because they're only hearing what comes after the don't. That's what they're hearing. That's what their subconscious grabs onto, and that's what they're like, oh, okay, don't. I'm going to do everything you just said that you like don't, because that's what's in my brain. So final piece is take this to our IMs, because on Tuesdays we focus on affirmations and gratitude as part of our Miracle Morning routine. And one thing that we do, and a lot of you are great at it, like you jump on and right away you give me an I am powerful, I am strong, I am healthy, I am beautiful, I am worthy, I am enough. You give me those I ams as a part of your Good Morning Sunshine that you write, hashtag GMS, you write your gratitude, and then you write a powerful I am. And you guys do this beautifully, and I think a lot of people are learning more about how to do positive affirmations and IMs, but sometimes I've been caught and I've heard someone or seen someone doing the opposite of an IM, which is an I am not. And it's the same thing as don't. It's the same thing as can't. Like, so it's any of the, when you're using the the negative side, the negative words that go before something, then this would be the same thing. Like, I am not going to fail today. Your brain heard going to fail today. It ditched that. It actually just heard I fail today. That's what your brain heard. I fail today. When you say I am not going to fail today. I am not going to smoke today. I am not a smoker. I am not going to grab those cupcakes. I am not going to think about cupcakes. I am not going to want to eat a cupcake. I'm not going to think about, like, all of a sudden you're down this like trail, right? This cupcake trail of all of the things that you want to have, because when you say that I am not, your brain's actually just thinking about the other end. So when you guys are doing your affirmations, like I said, some of you incredible at this, but if you ever catch yourself on the flip side of the coin that you're presenting, so when you say I am healthy and your body cowers in, it's like, ugh, like all it sees is the illnesses and the ailments that you might be experiencing now, you need to work on pushing those out and really just seeing and feeling the I am healthy, because that's how our bodies physically change, is actually putting yourself in that space and letting go of what you're trying to get rid of. An example for me would be, I work on my organization and my memory a bit in my IMs. So I'm not always just saying I am things that I am. It is I am things that I'm stepping into that I am not yet. Does that make sense? Because I already am, a lot of these things. I am strong. I am confident. I am happy. I am successful. Like, I feel that, and I feel I am those things. But I am organized. I have an incredible memory. I don't even know how to do the opposite of accident prone, because I never do that one, but whatever. Like, let's just go with like the I am organized, okay? That's something that's not one of my super strong skill sets yet. But when I speak it and I speak into it, it's something that I can become. But if I say I am organized and all I think about is like the disheveled areas around me, then it's just going to screw me up more. So it's not only like the saying it, it's the thinking it. Don't see the opposite side of the coin when you're practicing that. Okay, I feel like I always like intend on being so sure, and then I get so excited and I point and flex 400 times. So decline that call, moral of the story number 1. And that you guys, when you're looking at your languaging, realize that how you present things and the way that you speak them and even think them before you speak them can affect how you show up, and it can affect how other people listen to you. So practice first with, it doesn't matter which one first. Like, practice with yourself and your affirmations, and make sure you're looking at the positive side of the coin and not even trying to feel the other side of the coin, okay? And then practice with your kids. If you're in any sort of coaching situation, practice with that. If it's in like a work or a supervisor situation, practice with that. Drop the word don't and replace the word don't with what they should do. Right? And just one last thing, that doesn't mean that like somebody doesn't need to be called out when they do something they're not supposed to do. Like, don't throw a rock. Like, it's like, hey, maybe instead of thinking about throwing a rock at the kid across the street, we should play with Legos. Like, okay, that's not what I'm talking about. You guys get what I'm talking about, right? Like, that's like, there is scolding. There's a difference between that and then there's the like moving beyond that. I'm talking about life coaching skill sets, right? Okay. I'm going to, Jen, you're cracking me up. You're going to have an amazing day of eating. I absolutely love it. I'm reading some of your guys' things right now. Thank you for joining me. Keep writing your IMs, especially because I feel like you guys are like super powerful right now, posing into this, like just knowing what you are and what you're becoming. So do that real quick. Write your good morning sunshine, share anything that you're grateful for, and reach out to me if there's something like, I'm having problems with this is challenging my life. Like, I would love to have more things that you guys want to hear about in our conversations, because we've been doing this for a lot of days now. I think Rachel numbers these for me so I can actually look at our number, but it's been a lot. I hope you guys have a beautiful Tuesday, and we shall see you all tomorrow. Bye, guys.